Alright, so I don't know if you guys seen the last video. This was all moldy and black and everything. I did manage to get it cleaned up and bleached, so it definitely looks a lot better, at least on this side. I haven't done the other side yet. I gotta flip it around. Also, I had to take this hose out. This was the drain hose for the bilge. Not the bilge, but the live well, and it's pretty corroded. I couldn't find one with the steel in it, but I did manage to find a 1-inch heater hose that's reinforced. You can see it's got the threads in it. I think that's going to work. So we're going to try to get that in today along with the steering cable. So we got a couple of things to do today. And we did have a cold front come through, so I am wearing a jacket, so it is a little chilly. But not like the Midwest chilly. I heard you all got a bunch of snow and it's really cold there, so that's kind of sucky. So anyway, I guess we'll get started. Okay. Well, last week we had a little bit of cold weather and a lot of rain, so I didn't get a lot done on the boat. But today I'm going to see about getting my new fuel gauge in and see if I can get this bilge hose in. It's pretty warm and flexible right now, so I'm hoping it'll slide right up in there. So that's what we're going to try to get done. I might even have to take my jacket off. I don't know. Anyway, let's see if we can get this fuel gauge in first. Well, there's my fuel gauge. It's kind of dark. I don't know quite why, but I'm going to pull that out, swap it, and then I'm going to fix that hose over there, but I think I'm going to pull this hose out while I got everything apart and change it out too. That way I don't have any issues. Gaskets. Okay. Whew, definitely smells like gasoline. I'm hoping it's still good. Ooh. Come on now. Well, I guess I'm going to pull that screw there, pull these wires back. That's spliced? Oh, it is a splice, isn't it? Dang it. Well, maybe I can pull them both back. Let's see. So I want to put some ink shrink on this, but I definitely don't want to do it nowhere near the gas can. These up way back over there. I have, let's see what we got here. some stainless steel terminals. I'm gonna put a little heat shrink on it, but let's see what happens. See if I can keep this far enough away. It's pretty ventilated here. Cut that off. Alright, that looks pretty good. Then we'll do it to the red side. And I'm going to actually screw this in instead of having that a spade terminal like they had it before. Give a little better contact. That's better. That's better. Okay. To help keep some of that seawater out of there and keep it from corroding. A few minutes to cool off and then we'll hook it all up. Alright, so I went ahead and added another wire. I actually brought it from over here and looped it around to here. So hopefully that will take care of all that. I'm going to shut this off, disconnect that, and pull that hose out so I can get a new one. But for the time being, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get this other bilge hose in over here since I already got it. So let's turn this guy around and see what we're dealing with. So this is going to be a little tough to do. He has to go back up in here, down in there. So that still looks pretty good. So alright, so there's my vent line for my gas tank. This hose still looks like it's in pretty good shape, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get that back on there and reuse that. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm going to try it anyway. Huh. Well, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to buy some more vent hose and change that line out too. So yeah, we'll be changing this line out also. Alright, so there's my vent hose. I've got it ran down. You can see it. Ran down through there. It comes back out over here, which is going to get hooked up to that port right there. But I'm changing that port. I ordered a new one. That one there I think is busted. So I ordered a new one that's going to come down a little bit of an angle. But we're going to go ahead and get this part here on. It's got to connect to that. I need to cut that straight. So we're going to go ahead and get all that hooked up. And that's my bilge hose there. So we're slowly getting the hoses changed out. Huh. I'm just trying to give you a hard time. Huh. And that just sucks. That kin lamp just broke. So that's what I get for using a used one. Alright, well, instead of fighting and digging that clamp out of there, I ended up putting the second one on there. It's under the floor. The first one did get tight, and I don't want to use power tools or anything because you know, the tank is full and I don't have a good way of getting that off there. So I'm just going to leave it, and then I'll put the second one on for security, and I think we'll be all right with that. Well, and let me turn the camera down here. So I gave this area, I don't know if you can see it, a little wax job in there. So I can put this in. Now this screw hole here was original, so I used it. Those cracks were already there. I'm going to drill 2 pilot holes here and go ahead and drop down a couple of more screws and put that in. And I'll do the same with all the other ones because I'm changing them all to chrome, or stainless steel, not chrome. Also, I did get the vent hose put in. Well, not put in, I got it ran. I'm going to cut it off here and hook it up here in a minute for the gas line. But let's go ahead and drill some holes here. That definitely looks better than the plastic one did. And it's got a cover on it, so that kind of Kind of helps the water from going down in there. All right, now I'll just get that one there, and we'll be good to go. All right. Okay. All right, that's much better than the old one. Yeah. So here's the old one, there's the new one. Much better, upgrade. So cool. Yep. Now we'll get the vent hose in. Well, I've got a new dash cover, so I'm going to replace all these gauges and stuff up here on the dash. I've already got a new fuel gauge, and I've already got a new one of these. But since I put that new float in, this is working. Even though it's broken, it says it's full, which it is, and before it just said empty all the time. So that's a good sign, even though it's busted. Like I said, I got a whole new dash plate that's going to go right there. Alright, well, there's my two steering columns for the boat. Of course, you know, that one's my old one. That one's my new one. I was hoping I wouldn't have to change the bracket in the console, but it looks like this shaft here is definitely shorter than that shaft there. And it also looks like they're offset different. So I guess I am going to have to change the bracket. This is more in the center. And this is towards the front more. So I want it to mount like that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm going to have to change that bracket in the housing, or up on the center console. All right. All right, well, I took this guy apart. There is a little bit of grease in here, but I think I am going to go ahead and get my grease gun out and grease all that up some more. So, I don't think there's enough in there. I mean, there is, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So let me get my grease gun and see how that's going to go. Huh. Well, my battery in my camera just died. It looks like it might be swollen. I don't know if any of you guys got a iPro 13, but if you had one of the batteries swell up before, let me know, because I'm kind of like not sure what to do with that. Anyhow, I got this all greased up and ready to go. Now I gotta take the bracket out, so let's do that. And there's my bracket I got now. And you can see how it's set in. My new bracket is not. New bracket is going to sit higher. And that's because of the shaft on the new steering column shorter. Which kind of sucks because I really kind of wanted to just leave it in there because the bolts are pretty rusted in there. So we're going to have a little fight getting that out. But it is what it is, so I guess we'll start taking that apart. Alright, well I got the head of that ground off. Now we're just going to see if we can't punch this through the backside. It looks like it's moving. I want the bracket. The bracket's out of the way now. Now we can just get the rest of it to go down. There it goes. Sweet. Ouch, that puppy's still hot. We're gonna let her hang there for a minute. But yeah, we got it out. Now we'll clean all this up before I put all this back together. I'm actually gonna wax this, kind of buff this out a little bit. That way I don't have a hard time later on doing it. Alright, I got the bracket all bolted in. That metallic stuff you see on there, that's anti-seize. I don't plan on taking the steering wheel out anytime soon, but just in case weird stuff happens, so I anti-seize the bolts to make it a little easier. I'll do the same on the gear drive on it too. So yeah, we're gonna put the gear drive in next. So here we go. All right, the new steering wheel and gear drive's in. I still got to put the cable in it, fish all that through, but there it is. One more step done to the boat. Well, anyway, till next week, this is Sweet Nana's Farm. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and thank you for watching. And please subscribe.